Earlier this year, the American Society of Pharmacovigilance released a report estimating that approximately 300,000 deaths per year could be attributed to adverse drug effects, including overdoses, fatal medication errors, and medication non-adherence. Seeing as medicine, which should be saving American lives, could be the third leading cause of death, I knew I had to try to make a difference. And this came in the form of my app, MediScan.
When the app is open, the user is prompted to log in, ensuring their information is encrypted and secure. If the user is new, they can create an account using this button. So now we can log in. The user is then presented with a screen where they can choose to add new medications using their camera, view their list of medicines, or manually add medication. When clicking the first option, the user can then scan the label of any medication they want to add to their list. For example, we'll use this bottle of prescription medicine. Simply line up the medication label with the box, click scan, and then the app will derive information from the FDA's database of medicines to provide a list of helpful details that the user may need to know, such as the recommended dosage, indications, contraindications, and mechanism of action. The user can then add the scanned medicine to the list of their medications. Using the information provided by the app, the user can then schedule when they would like the app to give them notifications to take their medicine. The user can choose between personally created reoccurring notifications using this clock interface or a preset automatically created schedule. In this case, the medication is to be taken once daily, as you can see here, so we can choose this automatic once daily schedule, which will provide a reminder at 9 a.m. every day to take this medicine. If the user would like it at a different time, for example, later in the day at 1 p.m., this can also easily be done. We save this reminder, and the app will log that as your preferred time each day. The same process can also be done manually if the user prefers. For example, we'll use Tylenol. Now we can view the same helpful information about Tylenol and schedule when we'd like to take it. Since we can take it once every 6 hours, we can use this 3 times daily schedule, which will give you a notification every 6 hours to take Tylenol. You can save that as well. Now we can go to the My Medicine List feature, which provides easy access and a convenient view of all medicines the user has added, along with summaries of useful information. We can also edit any notifications that have been set. Finally, the dashboard enables users to view all their upcoming notifications, as well as a summary of the information about their current medications, upcoming doses, as well as how many scheduled medicines they have taken so far. To create this app, I use the native Kotlin coding language within the Android Studio coding interface. A few things that came up within this app programming process that I'd like to touch upon are classes, which you can see here, classes and activities. Now, the activities represent each screen that a user would interact with. In this case, you can see the main activity, which is representative of the main homepage that the user will interact with. Within each activity is a class, as you can see here, the class main activity. Each class will code for variables that the user will interact with in order to form their experience. As you can see, this class has an onCreate function. After being created, it will load all of these variables which the user can then interact with in order to make their experience. Now you can also see the layout functions that I use in order to create the user interface of the app. Here you can see the main activity interface, which represents how the main homepage was created. You can see each button. This is what it looks like when created, but when coded for, it looks like this. Each button has a little block of code that will link to another activity that it will load to once you click the button. Now, for example, the Scan Medicine Label button right here will then be linked to the camera scan activity here. And you can see this is what the code looks like for the camera scan activity, which will code for this screen. And that's my app. Thank you for watching.